think our biggest challenge of this past year, of course, is 2020. You know, the pandemic, just like all the other cities, all the other little small communities in our area, our world has changed. And with that, ETCOG has changed. We've had to find new ways of doing things and trying to support our region as well as we can.
So in transitioning what was effectively a 100% walking in office to off-site walk, it did necessitate implementing several new systems. So this kind of expedited it, so to speak, because some of these projects would have been maybe several months to a year long in actually rolling out under normal circumstances, and it did kind of necessitate that we do it in effectively the few months as it was becoming apparent.
In broadband, it's just actually that we have boots on the ground and people from the ETCOG team and the consultant team that's working side by side with the county leaders, business leaders, and city leaders to actually identify these projects so that we can get that strategic plan written. And that strategy was that we wanted to put together or design a grassroots-driven initiative for broadband improvement in the East Texas region that really focused on addressing true barriers that our businesses across East Texas experience to broadband access, adoption, and use in the region.
The National Dislocated Worker Grant is designed to assist with mitigating and alleviating risks related to COVID. The goal of this program is to both provide training that would allow individuals to mitigate and prevent the spread of COVID, and also to allow or assist individuals participating that have been directly impacted by COVID to secure long-term employment. A partnership with LISD commenced, and its intent is to actually provide participants in placement to safely provide guidelines and protocols on campus as well as in the transportation systems to assist with the safe return to in-person learning.
It has been a very challenging time for us. We have had to make quick adjustments. It has changed things from maybe sanitizing the vehicle, because we've always sanitized our vehicles maybe once a day or twice a day. We now do it pretty much after every trip, so it's certainly been a big challenge for drivers to get out there and perform those the whole disinfectant process, along with having to wear an N95 mask. The gear in general, from the gloves and so on, that they have to wear as they move forward. We've had to now put barriers in our vehicles to separate the cabin of the driver and the general passenger area, so that's certainly been a challenge getting the vehicles into the shop to be able to install those protective barriers. That said, the challenges are still here, so every day our drivers are out there on the front lines. So I'm really proud of our staff and the quick changes they've been able to adjust and make in such a short period of time.
Over the past year, it's been challenging, not only for our evidence-based programs, but for all the programs in which we provide. But I must say that our staff, our providers, and those that we work with, and the clients that we serve have been really resilient through these programs. We've had to refocus all of our programs and look at how we can continue to provide services in a pandemic environment. With the evidence-based programs and with senior nutrition, we've had to relook at how we market those programs and how we still bring those programs to the community. But what we did is that we learned to use technology through the pandemic, and we were able to work with our seniors to help them to use technology. And so we provided a safe environment where they were in their homes, we were in our offices, and we did Tai Chi through web-based programs. And so they were using their computers and we were talking to them directly through Zoom and other programs as to still teaching those programs. So one of the things that we did was to ensure that we had ongoing client contact with those clients that we were serving. And so we would have phone calls made to our clients clients at least 3 times a week, unless for some reason the clients didn't feel that they wanted the phone calls or call. Prior to opening up our sites back in June, we moved to grab and go, where our seniors would come in, we would stage it for so many to come in at a certain time, and we would pass meals out to them. So we had to really look at how we continue to provide these meals in a pandemic environment.
So the Homeland Security grants and the SERI grant will pay for things for the emergency responders, tools for them to respond to a call or a disaster. The impetus behind radios and making sure that people are able to talk to each other comes directly from the 9/11 attacks in 2001. The police department could not tell the fire department that they needed to evacuate the towers because they were on disparate radio systems. So it's very important and vital that there's interoperability between agencies. They cannot have a silo.
(911) White Oak, what is the address of your emergency?
You know, I can remember when 911 first started, we just had one little phone that had a little box in there and just had the phone number on there. And this is, you know, we've come a long ways. Technology is advancing very fast. We are able to do text, 911 text. Our transfer buttons are faster. Our recall buttons are faster. We can answer and start whatever we need to do, whether it's fire or ambulance or the police. Mainly it is in the map updates to where it shows us where the location is a lot faster.
It's the goal to provide Workforce Solutions East Texas a location tailored specifically to the programs and the people that they serve. A future site for a building was secured through our procurement process, and we are eager to evaluate all options moving forward to position us to build in the future. Over the next couple of years, we will be identifying funding that can be utilized for this purpose. We will also be looking at blending workforce and economic development programs, because the workforce goal is to match skilled employees with employers, and then economic development's goal is to grow businesses. So it just makes sense to blend those two programs together. So as for now, our Workforce Center is located on the Kilgore College Longview campus at space that they had available. And then we will also be exploring other ways that we can partner with Kilgore College in the future. So prior to purchasing the land, we worked with our commercial real estate broker, Venue Properties, to look at doing a concept drawing to ensure that this land would fit the needs of the building. And so we do have that concept drawing available just to show what it could look like. We have not worked with the architectural firm yet on this particular project, but again, this is the concept drawing just to show the potential of what we could offer for the programs and the people.
When we started CANT-V, we really wanted to mirror ETCOG, so we could serve those 14 counties. So we have built a really great partnership, I believe, with them to look at the different counties and have available resources that they don't have always in the rural communities. So being able to provide transportation is critical. We are really dependent on GoBus to bring veterans in the outer counties and the rural areas to CANT-V.
excited to bring on some new emerging services here at ETCOG for fiscal year 22. Regional Technology Solutions is where we offer affordable IT and GIS services for our members, and we're very excited. Some new members have taken part of these services, and we just want to make sure everybody knows these are out there for you to look into. We want to make sure that we are doing the things that our members need. So we've launched Let's Talk ETCOG to seek your member feedback on our programs and services and to collect your ideas on what would be best for our community. Executive recruitment services will launch this year, and that's where our HR team can help you seek the leadership positions for your communities. We can offer customized interview assistance, candidate seeking, job description development, you name it, our team can assist. We'll launch COGWorks this year, which is a purchasing co-op for our members, and that can offer some cost-saving solutions on purchases that you have reoccurring, and also offer procurement services for our members.
I speak for myself and also the whole East Texas Council Board of Directors. We're very proud of our staff here, and they have done leaps and bounds this year. They've really outdone themselves during the COVID. They have made so many changes, and a lot of those changes were overnight. A lot of them had to go from working here at the office to immediately start working at home for a while. And people don't see that, and then everybody went through that, but it was a real short turnaround for us. But the numbers that we handle day in and day out of people that we serve, that we help, it's a very big accomplishment, and I could not be any prouder of our employees here.